Welcome to Hudson Stadium in Eugene. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Javi Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we're checking with her right now.
Dan Lanning continues to prove why he's one of the best coaches in college football right now. Coming off a 13-2 season, yet another appearance in the college football playoff. He has a great stable of quarterbacks that will be fascinating to watch this season. Dante Moore returns, hoping to elevate his NFL stock. But top transfer portal quarterback Dylan Raiola in the wings. We'll see how it shakes out for the Oregon Ducks in Eugene. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Ducks kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown ball! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Moore. He's going to go for a big one. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And what is this? They're setting up the punt on first down. No fair catches here, looking for room. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think just...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He wants to change this route. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Makes the grab past the marker. The 30, the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. He saw it on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And here's the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires into traffic and picked off.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip of the interception.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And after giving up the long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Complete. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Throwing more. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back.
Unleashes one deep. To the end zone and is picked off. Hits him with a stiff arm.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Wants to throw on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working on the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression. And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done, and they've been so good at it. It's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually come.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Looking down the middle. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
And I'm not going to blame this quarterback if he's not looking back this guy's way. I mean, early in the game, he's given him several opportunities to catch the football. He hasn't made plays. And I think as a quarterback, sometimes you lose a little bit of confidence, and you'll start looking elsewhere.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's out past the 35. There's a little room there. At the 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle.
Number 39, Celtic kicking away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Vols want to move quickly.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. He's looking to throw. Here's a heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. He wants to throw it again. Release to the back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. The 20. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown Ducks. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That false start changes your mindset. Now you're 2nd and long, 9 yards to go. Looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Send the tight end in motion. Crosses the 30. He'll make a play. Third down, he's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
The DBs will back off a bit. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. And the Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's more to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Offense changing the play. Moore will throw. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Moore. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open. I had him. I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. 4th down, Moore. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
Under fire. He's on the move. The throw. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got him 1st down at the 42.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Give him 109 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. They'll go right back to him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll move the wide receiver. Dante Moore. Fires one high and deep. Has it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 14 team, the Michigan Wolverines.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started.
And it's Texas A&M who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
This will push them to 2-0.
There's some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Lofts one high and deep. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to